Well, a couple things. In a sense, we had an opportunity to express our frustration to not just the current member sitting the MPP, but also to others around the table, the city representatives and chamber representatives, is to say, on its face, this doesn't make any sense for this work to go out of province. And for such a minuscule amount of differential in terms of value. So, you know, let's get the number out. The number is $2 million, but that's $2 million over 5.5 years. So that's not a lot of money year over year. And one of the things that didn't get calculated into this, and Metrolinx, I accept, has no responsibility to calculate the greater benefit for the province of Ontario, but certainly the legislature does. And when I say the legislature, I'm not just talking about the Premier, I'm talking about all leaders of all three parties, is the greater benefit for the province of Ontario here would have been for that work to stay in the province. Because the work translates to about $34 million in wages specific to that contract. What comes back to the province directly is about $7.5 million in taxes. So if you were to look at that, the $2 million differential now becomes, that puts Ontario Northland $5 million better than the agreement, than the work going to Montreal facility. So that's where one of the issues that we're raising is we accept that the member is looking really hard at trying to get some new work coming in here, as is the organization. That's all well and dandy. Have at it, go at it, anything we can do to help you. But we're not letting go of this first one because this first one here, it makes no sense. There is, on pure economics, this is a $5 million benefit to the province of Ontario for this work to happen here than it would if it happened anywhere else, whether it's Montreal, whether it's New Brunswick, or whether it's New York City. That piece doesn't matter. The important element here is to look at what a fully funded Crown Corporation of the province of Ontario, Metrolinx, is fully funded by the government, and those taxpayers' dollars and commuter dollars are going down the 401 into another province, and that's who's going to benefit here. And what's left here in Northern Ontario, regrettably, is some dust bowling, and we got to get people focused on this. The timeline is short, and we're going to be making some noise.
When just looking at that purely from the aspect that ONTC is saying that there are no job layoffs at this point that they're looking at, you can't help but think, how long can that stay, the status quo?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's 100 jobs is reliant on revenue, and the revenue stream isn't there unless the work there. And that was my point that I raised with the member as well, was that the 100 jobs requires work. Nobody here is looking for a handout. We don't want the government to come in here but go back to the days of old and say, well, here's $5 million and pay people not to work. We want work, and we've demonstrated over the last 5 or 6 years since there's been new life into the ONTC. We've demonstrated day over day over day that our members do get value, provide value for the money that they earned. And in fact, Go Transit has said that they're prepared to put any of our cars that we refurbished up against brand new rail cars, and you can't tell the difference. So this is not sustainable to say, well, there's no layoffs, don't worry about it, because we are worried. We've been around the merry-go-round a few times, and this thing here is important, and that's why this contract is important to us today. New work is down the road, whether that comes in three weeks, 3 months, that's down the road, and that's not a given. This contract is going to be signed off in the next coming weeks, and that's where we're focused on.
And you're not afraid of a fight?
Hey, listen, I've been around around enough battles in my day. Not all of them do I win, not all of them do we win, and not all of them do we lose. But certainly, if the team is working together, we're prepared to make some noise and raise the pressure on this decision, because it's got to be the right one to make. And the point as well that can't get lost in all of this is that this decision here has long-term impacts, because once we lose the capacity to do the work here, let's play pretensies we don't get this contract. So we dismantle everything, and we dismantle all the infrastructure here. We just won't have the capital to recapitalize all that work to get us back in. So once we're out of it for a long, long time. So that's why we got to fight for this work now.